Tonight's hot topic, or this week's hot topic rather, because it's probably not going to go to TV, knowing the length that we'll probably go into in this one, is the recent announcement from Cherry Bar that they'll be banning filming on mobile phones for live music. I assume it's just for that. I don't know, because it's pretty vague. But who wants to go first on this one? I think it's Dave.
Yeah, I'll do it. I do it. I know a lot of people that do it. I film 1, maybe 2 songs at most, and upload to social media. Bands might pick up on it. They'll share it with their fan page. I've got friends who've never seen a band before. They'll watch what I film, even a live stream maybe, and then they'll be like, hey, I like that band. I'm going to go see them on their next gig. So I don't really see what the big problem is. One of the arguments against it is that apparently that blocks people's view. I don't see how you take a step to the left or the right and life goes on. It's like if somebody tall stands in front of you, you take a step to the left or right and life goes on. Also, the stage is usually a good 3 to 6 feet above where you are anyway, so besides the point, you're going. Exactly. So I know a lot of bands encourage it, they like it, but it's a free society and people can do what they want. I don't see what the big problem is. I mean, you're legally allowed to film in public places, just so you know that. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to do the whole show, I mean, it sucks if you paid money, especially if you had a big concert that you paid over $100 to do. But if you did pay over $100 to go there, you can do whatever the hell you want. Take pictures, film it. It's your life. And as long as you're not going like that and obscuring somebody, say, yeah. Blocking Nikki. Yeah. Blocked.
So many people block me.
Moving on.
So,
I can't imagine. I wonder myself, Brendan.
One of life's mysteries.
Your turn.
All right, I pretty much agree with what Dave said.
Copy paste.
But I copy paste, exactly right. But I'm a solutions kind of girl. So I'll give a couple of things. So firstly, I went to Linkin Park, the concert, and there's one song I filmed, and I'm forever grateful for that memory because Chester's not with us anymore. And I go back and I watch that, and I remember it takes me straight back to where I was at that gig, how I felt at the time, watching them on stage, all that sort of stuff. Like you, I will film 1 to 2 songs and then I'll move on because I actually want to rock to the bands I've gone to see. There are often people that can't go to a certain gig, so I'll go live for them, Dave.
Yeah, I've done that.
I did it for you with Toe Hider.
Yeah.
And, people enjoy that. There are people that are restrained for whatever reason. They can't go to a gig. It might be a clash of gigs. It might be a medical condition. It might be they just couldn't afford to go. There's a million reasons why. I've had bands share my posts who love it, so thank you guys. So the solution I propose is, I get that someone doing that at a gig for an artist who's trying to connect with the audience, maybe it's not so exciting. So maybe why can't we just come up with a compromise? Why can't we have both? Why can't you just go for the first 5 songs, all bets are off as far as filming goes, but after the 3rd or 5th song, whichever it is, we respectfully request the audience just chill? Or, alternative, why don't you have like a raised platform where the people with the phones can be up the back, raised, and the people that actually want to rock out to the band, which I assure you, most people with phones from everyone I've spoken to, and it's actually quite a few, they still want to rock out to the bands. They just want to capture that little snippet of a memory. So why can't you just have a zone that's dedicated to the phone heads? That's fine. If you want to spend the whole gig filming, whatevs. And I don't know, why can't we just come up with a solution that helps everyone? Because if you tell me I can't film at a gig, I'm going to go, really? No.
Looking at things from the other angle, I don't think anyone that's ever been to a gig, and no one at this table, I don't think, wouldn't have been standing behind someone that they haven't wanted to punch in the back of the fucking head.
Every single time you go to a gig, it's someone like that.
There was that guy, girl, or otherwise. I mean, I've seen someone with a fucking laptop. So
that's funny.
Yeah, I've got a problem with that. I've seen what you do. We've been to a lot of the same gigs, and you're never.
It's always to the side.
You're never obtrusive, and I know what you're doing as well. You're generally putting it on Facebook Live so people can. You're actually trying to spread the word of the band rather than the collect really poor film and sound for your own purposes. You're like you're trying to achieve something through it. So I perfectly understand that, but I can also understand the band because the way people's behaviour is going now, it does seem to be that I don't give a fuck whose view I'm blocking. And that's really annoying, and that has to be stopped. There has to be a general courtesy, because the amount of times you just want to slap the phone out of someone's hand, I get it. I understand. Engage with the band. Yeah, I get it. I understand both sides, but it's how you do it, and you've got to be respectful of those around you.
Yeah.
The minute you are not respectful of the people around you, you can get stuffed. But if you do it right, you do it with a purpose. I've got no problem with it. people have filmed our band before and, love it. I think it's a wonderful thing when you get to see that footage because you don't get to see it because you're up there.
Yeah.
That's really cool. But you just got to respect people around you. It's pretty simple.
Caesar.
Exactly.
Speaking of respect.
Caesar agrees with you, Brendan.
Yeah. Is that... You had to know something? Now, I can see the argument against it, and I do understand it, because it does annoy people that want to just be in the moment. So, Caesar, speaking of being in the moment, that's enough out of you. Hey, come here. You're interrupting me, dog. Come on.
Caesar.
Come on. Good boy.
This is gold.
Yes. It's supposed to be for TV, you idiot. But the argument of the artist not being able to connect with the fan base, I kind of do and don't agree with that, because in my opinion, you've got to think about what the consumer is doing these days versus what you as the creator want to accomplish. And I know that sucks, and it's not what people in bands want to hear, but the methodology is that Cherry Bar, their rule on it, for starters, is completely unenforceable. By allowing your patrons to enforce it, good fucking luck with that.
Yeah.
I hope you've got massive insurance coverage and waiting for people to knock their phones, getting phones out of their hands, and people, the social justice warriors of today, taking it upon themselves to go, you can't film that. Like, good fucking luck. Dumb idea. Unless you're going to get your bouncers to do it, don't fucking do it at all, because you're just asking for trouble. That's the first problem with the Cherry Bar version of it, because they're saying it's going to be a self-enforceable thing, and if the bands want to overrule it, they can. And fucking spare me, right? Just put signs up everywhere saying we appreciate it. If you don't, film the bands, or at least make it a rule, like Nikki said, do the first... When you go to a gig and do photography, you get the first 3 songs and you get the fuck out of the way.
Yep.
Do that. But then it's incumbent upon the bands to give one of the better songs within that first 3 to
Absolutely.
Play along with this game. So you've got to be... everyone's going to be part of a solution. You can't just go, no, that's not right. Good fucking luck. No one gives a shit.
Yeah, but it got him in the paper, and I think that was...
No, well, it was a massive publicity stunt. Don't get me started. He's not actually going to enforce it. It was a big... Hey, don't get me wrong. Credit to him where it's due. He got that bar all over the fucking...
He was in the Huffington Post.
He got everywhere with that. And so fucking good on him for publicity and all that sort of stuff. And I've got a massive tip of the hat for just the marketing side of that alone. That's fucking fantastic. Well played. I just think it's completely unenforceable.
It is.
And if it's unenforceable, it's a ridiculous rule to try and impose. So, what Nikki said about a raised area, people don't want to do it, and I reckon it's actually a good idea, because you put an area at the back that's just yellow marked on the floor where people can go and film for 5 minutes or the whole thing if they want to. They can do that, and then you've also got the footage in front of the people rocking out to it without all the fucking phones up. So it looks better on that angle anyway.
Yeah.
Counterpoint to that is, if the venues don't want it happening, then the venue should record it themselves, give the footage to the bands, and go, here, go nuts. Like, it should be done now, because if everything is so fucking phone-based and social media-based and all those things, that everyone wants the footage, the photo, all that sort of stuff. We have spent decades glorifying that pristine photo in the magazines that we all grew up with, and now it's on social media. That's what Instagram has become. We glorify these photos. And you want people to sit there and not have their phone out, because they're trying to get that same emotional response given to them that they gave to other people their whole life growing up. And they've got the opportunity to do it in their hands. You're not going to get anyone under the age of 25 or 30 to go along with this, which means how much of your market are you cutting out? And the flow-on effect of that is that rock becomes the new jazz. You can only go there and clap politely and fucking be nice and all this sort of shit. Go and get fucked. The spirit of rock was rebellion and from the people for the people. It wasn't about rules and regulations. Otherwise, what the fuck are we even doing it for? This is my personal opinion on it, and not everyone's going to agree with me. And there's plenty out there that go, ban the phones. And I'm just like... It's actually pretty fucking stupid, because you've got all the social media tools at your disposal now. If the bands feel like they want to engage with the audience, then the band needs to change the way they do that, because then what you should do is find the nearest fucking camera and go up to the phone and give the fucking money shot to them. Because then they'll turn around to all their friends and go, fucking did you see that? Fucking look what I got. And it'll go on social media and fucking everyone will love it. And it gets your band awareness out there. And if you're worried about how good or shit you look or sound, record it yourselves, release it yourselves, and get off your ass and do the work.
Yeah, and Corey Taylor got in the paper too by slapping the phone out of his hand.
Yeah, well,
that also works.
Yeah, well, that's the other alternative too. Do it. Fucking Josh Homme got in the photographer in the head. Like, there are ways to get publicity, good and bad, out of this. Okay, so take your stand, do whatever you want. However, I will say that I get the point that no one wants to be the one, like, not like this whole argument of people filming the whole fucking thing. I don't think I've ever really seen that, to be honest. Not with a phone. Like, people setting up cameras and stuff, I've seen that because I've done that. But the other side of it too is that that's where everyone lives these days. Like, everyone lives on social media. No one lives in their actual social circle anymore. You've taken away, through society and technology and stuff, we've taken away the community aspect of everything now. And so community has now moved online. So this is how people share their moment and their space in time with their people that they care about. Or at least that's instant self-gratification for them. So the bands need to really, I think, and the venues, need to find a way to work within the constraints, not try to impose rules against it, because that's not going to work.
No.
It's never going to work, and it's about being practical with this. I understand the mentality of it, but it doesn't lead to any good outcome as far as I'm concerned. I think that bands need to realise and say, okay, well, we know we're going to get a phone stuck in our face at some point, and give them a money shot, and they'll probably fuck off because they got what they wanted in that point in time. You know, if they get a great shot of the drummer, the bass player, the two guitarists and the vocalist, or whatever it is they're looking at, they're probably going to be okay with it after they go, yeah, cool, I've got my stuff, I'll get a drink and I'll fucking sit here and chill out now. It's when they don't get the shot they want, they're going to sit there for fucking ever trying to hunt for that shot that they want. But again, I still think the biggest way out of this is for people to record it and release it. That way that the fan base or the fans of the bar will know that whatever is going to be happening that night is going to be shot on a better quality thing they're going to get anyway. And also for bands that are concerned about controlling their image or worried about how good they look or sound on stage, practice, get fucking better. Like, that's what you're there to do, right? You're there to entertain and be that band. If you are a shit band, you're going to get caught out one way or another. So hiding behind but we're a band, we don't want to... Fuck off! Your entire world is on social media as well, so just fucking spam me. Like, the hypocrisy in this, for me, personally, is astounding. Like, I don't understand, because James Young has used this to get all these social media hits. The first place he put it was on Facebook, his ban on it, or he's asking the question, but he was already doing an article for The Age before he even put that post up. So it's just, no, I'm not buying into it, and I think it's fucking stupid. And I think that, I know that people don't understand or don't want things to move along with technology, but the one thing that hasn't evolved at the same pace as the music industry is the artist itself. And I think they need to. And this incorporates everything, not just this aspect. This is one aspect of a multifaceted thing. But hey, I won't go on for days. I'll stop now because I brought it on for fucking far too long anyway. Anyone else got a counterpoint to what I've just said? Feel free.
No, it's just the punter has to be polite too.
I do agree with that.
Because there are ignorant assholes that do ruin shows for people around and that's crap.
The caveat here is don't be a dick.
Yes.
Like, as in, what you've got to do is be discreet with it. So block your own view if you're going to block someone's view.
Right.
Don't do it the whole fucking gig. Like, that's why I say, there was always unspoken courtesy rules when it came to going to live music. If we just if the band puts a post up saying, hey, look, cool, bring your phones, film the fuck out of us, just after the first 3 songs we ask, you sort of just put it away and just enjoy the show with us, I reckon that'd go a lot better than saying, we're banning it, you can't fucking do it. The first thing that's going to happen is you're going to get nothing but hipsters at that fucking bar anyway. Which has already started to happen from the reports I've seen, but hey, what do I know?
Do you know some bands actually do embrace technology? There are bands out there that'll say, get your phone, put your flash on, and let's all do instead of having your lighter, you've got your phone with the camera light.
I've seen Blackstone Cherry, I shared the video with you. One of the best songs they've got, I think my father said something like that, and there's a video on YouTube, and they didn't sing the song themselves. The whole crowd sang the song back to them, and they were all holding their phones up.
Awesome.
Yeah, cool.
And they shot it, they filmed it, and so everyone that was there was in that moment is going to have the actual footage and their own little moment on their phone.
Very cool.
And everyone's going, that's cool. Why can't we do that? Do you know what I mean? Why do we have to be pretentious and precious about it? Why don't we find it? Because the thing is, right, the reason why streaming works and it limits downloading, illegal downloading, for like Netflix has, in my opinion, done a lot of damage to illegal downloading because it's easy and it's accessible. Streaming has stopped a lot of illegal downloading of music. You may not like the pay rate, I don't care, it's what it's done. The reason why people have gravitated toward these things is because they feel okay to do it, it's not breaking the law, and it gives them what they want, and it's a medium, a way to do it that involves everyone and is accessible and easily done kind of thing. So if we make it, so as opposed to imposing a blanket ban, then just make it so that, okay, here's some etiquette, stick to that, and we'll all be fine. No one wants to be a dick. No one actually genuinely wants to be a dick unless they're roaring fucking drunk, and then it's a different game. And they're probably going to get thrown by the bouncer regardless. But that's the point that I would make overall is, yeah, you're dead right. Don't be a dick about it. You got to not block people's view. Don't film the whole fucking thing. No one wants to be that guy or girl, right? But if you're going to do, like, we need to also be more aware of embracing these things and use them for the positive they can do as opposed to the negative they can do, because it's one of the best ways to spread awareness of your product is through social media. So that's my personal take on that. Don't ban it, just let's work together to find some etiquette. Like Nikki's suggestion is the best one. Have an area that works. Otherwise, do the photography raw as the first 3 songs, or like I said, venues actually start to be smart about this and film the footage and give it to the bands, or put it up on their own website to use for marketing purposes. It's the best way around this crap, in my opinion. But hey, this has gone on for far too long. It's definitely going to YouTube, so the next one will probably go for that long as well. Anyway, give us your thoughts out there wherever you are watching this right now.